Hello and welcome. This is the all-new 2027 Infiniti QX65. This is my first quick look over it. I'm going to talk about it, go over all the specs, the features, and all the performance numbers that it has. This vehicle is a brand new vehicle again, and it's a subcompact luxury SUV for Infiniti, which will join the lines of the QX80 and the QX60. I'm going to talk about it, review it. Stay tuned. That's coming up next. Okay, let's talk about the 2027 Infiniti QX65. This is a little bit of an homage to the original Infiniti FX 35. Yes, back in the day, but with, of course, a modern flair. Up front, you have Infiniti's current design language, and I like that Infiniti logo is lit up, and you have this kind of like a waterfall shaped grille. These are what Infiniti calls the piano lighting. So you have LED lighting over here. The headlights are actually in here. So you have low beam, high LED, everything. Full parking sensors all over the front and the back. 360 camera in this particular version, because it looks like this is the high trim. And these wheels are definitely probably going to be the upgraded 22-inch wheels. Love this metallic flake on this paint. You have black accents on the mirrors. And it's a very nice vehicle. It looks nice. I do like the sloping, traditional, old school Infiniti look right here. And moving on to the back, you have what Infiniti said, I think it's about 22 LEDs, which is crazy here, which is very, very nice. You have a nice pronounced spoiler with a hidden wiper. Let's see. Yes, the wiper is in there. It's hidden, and there it is. The QX65 in its full glory. You have Infiniti badging on the side. Let's take a look now that we're back here. Let's take a look at the cargo area, and it's very large. As you can see, you have buttons to fold down the seats. So these seats do fold. Of course, there's leather. We'll go over in the interior section in a second. You do have power outlets right here. You do have a 2-tier cargo management here. So you got a little deep well right here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's step inside real quick. And let's take a look at the features of this 2027 Infiniti QX65. Stay tuned for that. All right, let's step inside the Infiniti QX65. This being a modern vehicle, of course, you just put your hand on the door handle, it unlocks. It does have the lock on the doors, and it looks like it only has it in the front. And let's start with the materials. Of course, being an Infiniti, this is a luxury vehicle, so everything you see, and it's very, very soft. This looks like very soft leather up here. You do have black open pore wood. You have 2-position memory. I'm sure it will be for the steering wheel, the mirror, and the seats. This particular tester has either the 16-speaker or 20-speaker optional Klipsch audio system, which is nice. Door pockets are decent. Of course, down here is hard plastic, but that's okay, because this is where you're going to be interacting with feet and whatever. And the door sills in this particular version are illuminated. Let me turn off my lights. And there it is. You got the Infiniti logo. And talking about the seats, it looks like this model has 4-way lumbar support. They're heated. You do have this personal, what Infiniti calls personal audio speakers right in the headrest. And I'm told, if you have a phone call and you don't want anybody hearing the entire conversation, you could tell it to come in through the speakers, and you will hear the whole conversation. And looking at these seats, they're very nice. They're very, very nice, very bolstered. I do like the diamond quilted pattern on the seats. And let's step inside here. My apologies for the background noise. I am at the New York International Auto Show, and the Infiniti booth has running audio. Anyway, in front of me, there is a digital information screen. As you guys can see, it's fully rendered out. You have the car in the front. Of course, this vehicle being a modern vehicle, it does have LED lighting. Right now it's wired for show duty. So, and I don't think I have the lights on, do I? Nope, I do not. But anyway, in the center is a standard 12.3-inch display, and it looks like it's it's not a dummy screen. Okay, no, never mind. This is the screen right here. Everything here is very, very nice. Unfortunately, you have a little bit of piano black everywhere, but it does look like capacitive touch climate controls. So you have, of course, heated and ventilated front seats, heated steering wheel. It does have a rear climate control, which we'll go over in the rear section. Let me turn on the light there for better visibility. You do have a little, kind of like a hockey puck shifter. So you got park, you click down for drive, up for reverse, and then here's when you shift here and there. So it's pretty cool. Engine start stop buttons right here. You got the different drive modes, which, oh, there you go. So you got tow, off-road, you have sport, auto, eco, and snow, which is nice. So you can say you leave it on auto, the car will decide what to do. And moving back to the center here, you have a little rotary controller that controls that screen. So you can go in here, you can click and control that screen real quick. This is also using Android Automotive, aka Google built in. So that right there looks like Google Maps, and you could of course control it, and of course it's showing where we are, which is at the Jacob Driver Center. I do like this vent right here, so which is nice, and the memory seats on the side. You got little dummy blanks right here on the side. You got the heated steering wheel control, a couple of blanks. The steering wheel looks very, very nice. You got paddle shifters. This, by the way, is running a 2-liter VC turbo engine, making 268 horsepower and about 258 pounds-feet of torque. Made it to a 9-speed automatic. It has Infiniti's intelligent all-wheel drive, all the safety stuff, Pro Pilot Assist, and lane departure warning. Moving back to the center console, you do have a very nice padded center console. You got the button here, and it's a decent size, not too bad. You got to do power. You do have power capability here, and you do have a decent sized glove box right there. There's that Klipsch branded speakers, which looks like this car has all of them. All right, let's take a look. And of course, this car does have 360 camera, which, let me see if I can activate it, because this car is in show mode. Oh, there we go, perfect. You guys can see the 360 camera, the views. You can of course control every single view, which is nice. So nice little 3D view. And fun fact, Infiniti was one of the first companies who made 360 camera mainstream. So fun fact for that. And all right, let's step in the back seats of the Infiniti QX65, and then we wrap up. Stay tuned for that. All right, let's step into the back seats. Again, apologize for the noise. The back seats of the Infiniti QX65, and these doors are very wide, as you guys can see. Materials also carry onto the back. You got the open pore black wood, which is very, very nice. I like the door handles kind of flushed in here. I'm sure the windows, of course, are auto up and down, all 4 windows. There is the Klipsch reference Premier sound system. Very deep pockets, more that illuminated door sill. And the seats back here are also equally as nice as the fronts. Very, very nice. I do love the diamond quilted. These, of course, you can fold them like so to maximize your cargo capability. And let me put them back in. And let's step inside real quick. The seat is adjusted to how I drive at 5'8". It's not too bad. And these seats are also reclinable. Yes, they are. They're reclinable, and there's a look at the cluster, and the infotainment is very nice. And of course, there's that giant panoramic display. Panoramic sunroof with a motorized shade, which of course I can't show it because it is a auto show vehicle. Here is the controls for the rear climate controls. And you do have two USB-C ports right here, pockets in behind each seat, and two little cubby holes right here. I mean, the cup holders. And let me spin the phone around, show you guys the headroom situation. And yeah, I'm 5'8", not too bad. I think this is going to be a great product for Infiniti because they only had two models. This will be model number 3 in their lineup, and I think they're going to continue adding more vehicles as time goes on. This has been my very first look of the 2027 Infiniti QX65. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all on the next one. Take care and stay safe.